Commentator on today's gospel wrote the following: sometimes we Christians tend to think Jesus came to sing us lullabies, that when things are comfortable, he's with us, and when things get turbulent, we've lost him, like the disciples in the stormy boat. But here, this idea gets turned upside down. When powers are shaken, the skies rearranged, nations disturbed, then we know that God is with us. That is what Emmanuel means. The language in today's gospel can be a bit off-putting for us. It's what we call apocalyptic literature, which is a Greek word that means unveiling, revelation, to reveal something hidden. When the powers of the world are shaken, that's when God is coming. And that sounds a little strange to our ears. But is it? We remember 9/11. We were all caught off guard. We didn't know what was really happening, if it would end, and we were disoriented. Our minds were brought into a different place, a different focus. The things of daily activities and the annoyances of our mind disappeared. And we looked at life and reality with a new focus. And what did we do? We called our family, we checked in with those we love, we prayed, and so many people came to church. What is it like to walk the streets of Paris today? What is it like for those who live in Brussels, Belgium today? This quiet, peaceful city, this little place that's in a lockdown. The schools are closed, the stores are closed, the metro system is shut down, and people are told to stay home. The streets are empty. What is it like to live there? What is it like to look at those empty streets? Once again, it is to see life differently, to think in a different place, to be open to something else going on. Closer to our home in our personal lives, we may know a couple that we've known for years, a married couple that we like very much, and one day we hear, rather suddenly, to our surprise, that they're getting divorced. And we're like, what? They're getting divorced? Them? We're kind of shook by the news. Or maybe it's one of us and our spouse one day says, I want a divorce. And our life is kind of rocked to its core. Or you know a young adolescent, or you have a young adolescent child, and one day to your surprise you discover that he or she has a serious drug addiction. And you think, not him, not her, not with that family, not with that education, not with all they have going for them. What? Or one day you're brought into your manager who sits you down and says, thank you for your 15 years of loyal service to this company, but we're downsizing and you're fired. And someone walks with you to your office, shuts down your computer, and watches you as you empty your desk into a brown box. And then you're escorted out the door. And what is it like when you come home and sit in your living room that night? What goes through your mind, and how do you look at your world? Or you go to a doctor and he gives you the news that you have 6 months to live, which could happen to any one of us. How do you look at a sunrise when you have 6 months to live? How do you look at a sunset when you have 6 months to live? How do you look at the people you love? What do you say to them? How do you hold them when you have 6 months to live? Perhaps there's someone in your life that you love, but you haven't told them you love them for many years. Do you finally say it? And what about the anger that's been with you for so many years, the resentment that you've held? What do you do with that anger when you have 6 months to live? Do you carry it to the end? Or do you see things differently and you finally let it go? And friends, if you have 6 months to live, how do you pray? How do you pray? From what place within you do you pray to God? Oh, what a prayer that would be. Live like that. Live like that. That's what today's gospel is saying. That's what this Advent is all about. To live like that. How rich our life would be if we lived like that. How deep our faith if we lived like that. How focused, how open, how alert. You see, then we would live in the apocalyptic, where something would be revealed. The hidden would be revealed to us. That which is there all along, but we miss because we're busy, we're distracted, our minds are running here and there. But if we lived like that, we would get it. We would receive it. We would see it. The Christian poet Angelina Salinas said this: if Christ is only born in Bethlehem, but not in us, what good is it? What good is it? Christianity is not a lullaby. It is a person who is a Savior. And this Savior is not to be missed. Not to be missed.